Timo Scheider is the 2008 DTM champion. The Audi driver won the final round of the season from Paul di Resta and thus claimed the championship title for the first time in his career with a margin of 4 points. 165,000 spectators at Hockenheim, a new DTM record crowd, mainly had their eyes on 3 drivers. First of all, Timo Scheider, who was leading the point standings with 65 points and started the race from 3rd position on the grid. And the runner-up in the point standings, Paul di Resta, who was only 2 points down on Scheider but started ahead of him in 2nd place. And of course 5 times champion Bernd Schneider, who drove his last race after 25 years in motor racing. Before the start, Mercedes-Benz Motorsport director Norbert Haug greeted Timo Scheider, who moved up from 3rd into 1st right at the start, assisted by his fellow Audi driver Matthias Ekström. Last year's champion first made way for Scheider and then closed the door on di Resta. Soon after that, this allowed Jamie Green to move up into 2nd place. Once again the start from the perspective of Scheider, who had a perfect getaway, much to the enthusiasm of Audi Motorsport director Dr. Wolfgang Ullrich. Ralf Schumacher finished 14th. He ends his maiden season with a total of 3 points. Out in front, Timo Scheider was now leading from Paul di Resta, who could get past Jamie Green. Behind them was Matthias Ekström. In the last DTM race of his career, Bernd Schneider finished 6th. Meanwhile, Paul di Resta failed to close up to Scheider further and had all his final hopes for the title pinned on his 2nd pit stop. But it wasn't only his stop that was impeccable, also Scheider's next stop went seamless. Thus the decision was there. Scheider was the first to come back onto the track, and for him the road was clear to his 3rd victory of the season. Cheered by the crowd, there was a spectacularly enacted finish to Timo Scheider from di Resta, Green, Spengler and Christensen. Thus Scheider claimed his first DTM title in his 8th season in the series. This was followed by boundless joy and celebration mood on and off the track. Timo Scheider could hardly find words to describe his feelings. It's hard to describe. It's a sensational feeling. Everybody is congratulating me and it's a huge weight off my back. It was a tough race and I was being tested throughout. Only when I was 3 seconds ahead I was able to structure my race. The problem, if you are that far ahead, is that you react on every noise inside the car and feel every vibration. So the last 2 rounds were really tough. It was hard to focus on the track with all the emotions and tears in my eyes.
Die allerletzte war extrem anstrengend, denn zwischen Emotionen und Tränen in den Augen und trotzdem noch auf die Strecke konzentrieren, war das schon sehr, sehr anstrengend für mich.
Di Resta tried everything for Mercedes-Benz, but eventually had to make do with 2nd place in the championship. At the other side, there was sheer joy at Audi for having won the title. Mercedes-Benz Motorsport director Norbert Haug applauded the new champion.
Timo hat eine gute Saison gefahren, hat sich klar als Nummer 1.
Timo had a cool season and became Audi's number 1. He deserved the championship. He is a really nice guy who has had some difficult times. He already did well in Formula 3. Maybe he could have competed in Formula 1, but he really belongs here in the DTM and I have great respect for him.
Möglicherweise sogar eine Chance mal gehabt hätte, in die Formel 1 zu gehen. Aber hier in der DTM ist er sicherlich sehr, sehr gut aufgehoben. Ein Wettbewerber, den ich schätze.
Audi's Motorsport Director Dr. Wolfgang Ullrich celebrated the 2nd title in a row.
Besonders schön war es natürlich, weil
The best part of it was that Timo won the race by himself. After the perfect start, he has had a fault-free race all the way, and that made me very happy.
Darum hat es mich wirklich besonders gefreut.
Scheider's fiancée Yasmin Rubato finally could cheer after a nerve-wracking season. Paul di Resta still put on a show for the fans. Runner-up spot in his 2nd DTM season is more than just respectable, even though he seemed to be disappointed.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you have to give all credit to Tino. He's did a great job all season. Well done to him. He's been great under pressure. We've been the attacking one. Never quite got to the top of the point standings, but we came very close. We've had a fantastic end to the season, and all I can say is I look forward to the future. And at the end of the day, it's racing. Things move on and things can change.
A handshake after a long season between motorsport directors Haug and Ullrich. And fair congratulations from Gary Paffett to Timo Scheider, the result of the final round of the 2008 DTM season at a glance. Scheider wins from Di Resta, Green and Spengler. Mike Rockenfeller in 9th place is the best placed driver of a year-old car. Paffett ahead of Engel and Prima. 5 cars didn't make it to the finish. Timo Scheider on top of his success. The final standings at a glance. Scheider 4 points ahead of Di Resta, then last year's champion Ekström. Gary Paffett is best placed driver with a year-old car in 9th place.